Hello future me, it is past me from Sunday, June 25th, and we find ourselves here again on a Sunday. So this coming week is going to be our last week at the YMCA, which means we're gonna have a lot more free time the following week. So future me, it is up to us to figure out what we are going to do once we're no longer at the YMCA, because having free time is good, but with our track record, it's highly likely that unless we have something figured out, unless we know how we want to use this time, it's just gonna kind of float out into the ether. So we need to take the time now to figure out how exactly we want to be spending our time. Now, I've made videos in the past about priorities and, you know, figuring out what the capital B big goals are, and I can't 100% say I've really nailed that down very well, future me. So we have a week. We have this week. We're gonna do our best this week, and hopefully by the end of it, we will not only figure out what we want to do with our free time after work, but what our main goal is, what our main priorities are. So future me, best of luck. You're gonna need it. I'm trying to see what that is in the distance. Just another fantastic start to the morning. Half an hour run down.
Get him. Get him. Get him, Mr. Spider. End its miserable life.
That was nature doing its business and taking out the trash. The garbage, worthless beings as flies being disposed of.
Are you a little boy? Yeah?
We got Cash Boy just chilling out by the plants. Glad this guy did not drown. Today's a walking kind of day, so this is walk part 2. First walk is in the morning. I didn't film it because I didn't really feel the need, because it was a walk. I do it all the time. Can you see more? It's silly. Looks like Star Destroyers. Are you, future me, living audaciously? Do you, future me, have the balls, the gall to ask for what you want, what you think you deserve, what you believe you've earned? Because it's tough. It's a struggle. It's not an easy thing to do. We have a proclivity to be people pleasers, and asking for what you want and what you think you deserve doesn't always mesh with pleasing folks, because a lot of the time people will feel as though they're stepping on toes, and you might not want to come off that way. That might not be your intention, but nevertheless, that is how they perceive it, that is how they feel. There's not a whole lot you can do about other people's feelings, which I guess is something that we're learning, or I guess unlearning, because for whatever reason, subconsciously, we have taken it upon ourselves to take responsibility for other people's feelings, and well, that doesn't really do a whole lot for anyone. I've been thinking about it, and I think this whole scheme to find clarity of mind is just another way for me to control outcomes, because my desired outcome for having clarity of mind is figuring out for sure what it is I want to do grand scale. It probably does increase my likelihood of achieving that end, but I guess as long as I have that ulterior motive, I feel like I'm just putting myself in a bind. So instead of acquiring clarity of mind for its own sake. I'm trying to use this as a way to still control my circumstances and the outcomes that I receive. So I think I need to change my mind around how I'm doing this whole clarity of mind thing, because I'm still trying to control outcomes, future me. Absolutely beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Learning and relearning how to just be in the moment. I think that's a lesson that you keep on learning, right? Now that's kind of like a buzzword, buzz term, buzz phrase, I guess. I don't know, being in the moment. It's memeable, being in the moment. Some new agey spiritual horse shit. But it's fundamentally true, you know?
The air quality is bad because of all of the smoke from Canada.
What's up? It's been a pretty good week so far. It was very consistent with the cardio. Today I didn't do anything this morning because it was really smoky outside and my roommate was like, the air quality is really bad. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'm paranoid now, so I'm not gonna do that. So what I ended up doing instead was lifting, doing leg day. Because, you know, it's Thursday, it's leg day. So I did leg day, and then I decided, oh, what the hell, I can still get some cardio in, you know? I oxidized all those fat cells, so you may as well burn them while they're ripe for the picking and ready to be used for energy. So I decided to do some high-intensity interval training anyway, even though we did it yesterday. So kind of broke that philosophy immediately. But that's okay, that's how we do things. We just do whatever we do. We figure it out. As of right now, as of today, other than the run, I just had dinner. And after dinner, I tried at my best to get a walk in, a constitutional walk, to help me digest and, you know, just get a little bit of extra calories burned as well. May as well, you know. The whole point is aesthetics. And right now, I just need to burn fat.
Yeah.
And so it was just like,
you know, your son's hanging on one arm and your daughter's on the other arm.
Yeah.
over there,
Yeah.
like creating different circumstances and analyzing how you can do that more.
Look how beautiful of a day it is. Not a puff of smoke in sight. It's absolutely gorgeous. Hello again, past me. I'd say we had a pretty successful week there. Yesterday, we went to our place of work, got a really decent workout in, and had a 4-hour conversation with the boys. And it was really inspiring, you know? We always have very good, meaningful, intellectually engaging conversations that fill you with motivation and inspiration and really get you in the mood to do something, to get back in the grind. This was our last week at the YMCA, which is pretty flabbergasting. I've been there for a year and a half, and that's it. We're done. I got to sleep in on Saturday, yesterday. I didn't have to rush home. I didn't have to worry about getting to bed on time so that I could wake up on time for the next day. I could just sleep in. Now, in terms of the morning cardio thing, better than last week. You know, we did it Monday through Thursday. Friday was a bit of a hiccup because I was originally going to take my roommate to the airport because he's going to a trip, but he ended up getting sick, so he delayed his flight for a few days. Then he just took himself today, so that's that. I didn't do it on Saturday because I said, nah, I'm sleeping in. Something we talk a lot about, future me, is career. And that's kind of what we were talking about a little bit yesterday. You know, I mean, it was a long conversation. It was a 4-hour conversation, so we covered a lot of ground, but one of the topics we were talking about is how we're gonna pivot. So I've been reading the book of Matthew, and something that Jesus says is, don't worry about tomorrow, it will worry about itself. I'm just laying that quote out there without any context at all whatsoever. I think that's something I need to live by, because just constantly focusing my attention on the future and what I'm gonna do and where I'm gonna be instead of who I am right now doesn't do a whole lot for me. And this is something we have to continuously remind ourselves of, past me. Who are you? That's the most important question. Character. We've had a lot of discussions about priorities and time, what they are, how we're using it, yada yada yada. And the conclusion always is character. It always comes down to character. Who you are is far more important than how you spend your time. Because if you are a productive person, and if you are a wise person, you will use your time productively and wisely. I think we're still operating under a scarcity mindset. We think we have a negativity bias, especially towards ourselves, which creates a lot of doubt. So the question is, for you, future me, when are you gonna stop doubting yourself, man? When are you gonna stop doubting yourself? We got a lot of thinking to do. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.